Okay, Talia, working on and looking at the butterfly and breaststroke here. Good streamline, great shooters. Keep working on those. Here I like the head down. Love the way you get great hip flexion. Could argue might even be slightly too much, but really like that. The thing that I've been noticing more is I just think we're sliding out here a little bit. See how we're seeing the palms out right here when we first start that stroke, so you're sliding out. I would like from right here to go fingertips down, not sliding out. Now at this point you're really getting onto it. I like what I see. I could argue you're slightly leading with these elbows here. Maybe getting on top of those elbows a little bit more. But again, like the way you're catching breathing. I like the way you're finishing the stroke. I like the way you're driving with the kick. Again, maybe a little bit uphill where I'd still like to see, again, the chest pressing on the tee, getting down a little bit sooner right here. Again, pressing out, but I love the driving kick. Good stuff here. I want to see it more from the top where we see the hands. Okay, kind of moving it in slow motion here. Right here, you know, I actually like that one, so I'll keep my mouth shut. But see how you're sliding out right here? You can just see a little bit. And we'll probably get underwater. From where you enter, I'd like to start going down, and we seem to be sliding out. So again, you can see that the hands kind of got a little bit wider out here. And just trying to keep them in a little bit tighter, or getting into a little more of a catch. Like the attack forward breath, could argue we could finish a little bit sooner and get that head back down a little bit sooner. See how the head's still up and the hands are up? So at this point, we'd like to see this head down a little bit more. Again, having that head down before, and that's going to help you pressing on the tee, getting your chest down and getting those hips up a little bit sooner. A lot of good stuff here, Talia. See what it looks like from here. This is what I want to see. This is where I think we're a little bit wide, so we're sliding out. So from where you're entering, right here, if I put a relationship on here, it seems like the first movement is sliding out. So from that point we're kind of here. So trying to get it to get that early vertical forearm press and get on top of that arm a little bit more and let that head go a little bit earlier, I think are the bigger things there. Letting that head go sooner, I can see it right there too. Okay, good stuff though, Talia. Let's go to the breaststroke. This is something I think you and I are going to need to keep working on because I'm still not sure exactly what's going on here. Good streamline, good pull out. Again, you do things with your ankle flexion and setup here. I mean, ideally, this is pretty good. I could argue these hands are diving down a little bit more. I would like to have them more in line, stretching out, not diving down. But this is the part that you do really well with getting this ankle flexion here. I could argue that, you know, we got to get a quicker draw. You know, maybe not dropping those knees so much because the knees tend to be, you know, down here, which means we're kind of creating all this drag against the quads. But sometimes I think we're wide with the kick is the thing that's bugging me a little bit more. So right here, super wide. I'm going to come back to that. This is what I'm still trying to figure out. So right here, you're super wide with that kick. I'm just still wondering, in a relationship, can we get, you know, the heels right here closer to the butt and not get so wide? I could argue the knees are a little bit wide too. But what happens here is we go so wide, and right here, I think from this point on, you're not really getting power because you're just super wide on that kick. And I know we've talked about maybe it puts too much pressure on your knees, but I still think we need to figure out a way because I think we're soft on the kick. So again, I think like once your legs get about 3/4 of the way back, at that point you're just kind of squeezing them together. You're not really getting power backwards. It's out wide. Again, from here, let's go back. This is the part I'm talking about. I think we're diving a little bit down, like right here, from fingertips diving down. So I think you saw that like downward angle. I would like to see more of a forward, attacking forward angle. So again, it's kind of up. And I like the way your back gets flat right here. I love the ankle flexion, again, in almost a freaky way you do it. But again, like the flat back relationship, feel like this is diving down where it needs to be, you know, arms charging out in front. You, as I've said, have this great ankle flexion here, but I'm just think it's too wide. And again, we're losing power to the outside instead of pushing power and finishing that kick backwards. See what it looks like from the top? I think I got a shot here. I want to slow this down. So again, right here, super wide. And in a relationship, you know, your ankles are way out here, and I'm saying I think we'd like to have them in a little bit tighter, kind of in here, and then getting, you know, our power spot to be able to finish straight through the back of the kick versus leaving it, what I'm going to call the power finishes, somewhere out here for you. I know this is a lot, but I just want you to see it. I know the camera's not great, but again, I think we're soft at the end of that kick too, like when you're finishing, like this last bit, and I know it's blurry on the camera, but I think this last bit is where we're just not getting power. You're just kind of squeezing or letting your feet kind of glide together. Hopefully that helps and makes sense. Again, Talia, you're doing a lot of great work. Keep being a leader, keep working hard.